It's his internet, not ours.
Oh, okay, okay. So I pay attention to the rejection, right? So the rejection of the 200 is all this right here. You see all this price dancing like right below and then price engulfed. So if I wanted to buy that, right, after that engulfing move, how would I know up to where to take my trade? Because it's one thing to identify like a trade and that, cool, like it looks like it's going up or down. But like I want you guys to get confident in knowing where to take the trade to. So if let's say rejection, I make sure I identify the first thing is the market structure. So this is when price started creating higher low prices, right? So we see here, this is a low, this is a low. So before this low, I want to identify the previous low to that. So we can see here, this is the low, right? So right here, what it's going to give me is the opportunity to identify where I'm measuring my fib. So I'm not measuring my fib here. I'm measuring my fib here. So I'm going to take my fib, and before I place the fib, I want to like erase all this price action here. Let me block this out so you guys can see. So after the engulfing candle, right? So let's say this is what the current chart looked like. And we're like, oh shit, this looks like it's gonna go up. We broke above the 200. You know, the MACD's showing us a bullish cross. Perfect. Let me measure my fib here real quick before I make my decision. And I'm going to tell you where I'm gonna take profit. So my take profit would be either the 1.618 or the 2.272. I always like to go for the 2.272. You guys already have an idea where the market went up to because of the gray zone here, but check this out. If we would have entered here, right, we would have been able to catch just off those confirmations in that trade right there. Obviously, hindsight in the 2-minute chart, 9.6 pips. Now, let's look at that same setup on the 4-hour time frame, right? And we're gonna reset this, and we're gonna look for rejection of the 200, right? And I'm gonna go with this example here. So I'm gonna erase all this here. Here's our engulfing price. There's rejection of the 200, right? I'm gonna look for when price formed that last low, right? So here it is. Here's the market in an uptrend, right? I'm going to measure my last move down, which could be this one, or we can go with this one right here, right? Because if we can see it, this is where the market formed a higher low point. So I'm going to take my fib from high to low, right? And here are my fib targets. So if I would be predicting this right, based off the way the market is set up, the market should make a move anywhere towards here, right? So I measure my fib, I look at where the market went up to, and as you can see over the course of from where we took our trade here to here, look exactly where she rejected off of. It took 20 days, but you caught 236 pips on that trade. Make sense? And all we have to pay attention to is identifying how the hell you measure your fib. So again, so here's rejection off the 200, right? So if I wanted to know up to where the market was going to shoot up, right? If I erase this here and I measure my last move down before the market shot up, right? Here's my last move down. Here is the market making its move. And here it is. The market actually bounced off the 50, rejected what? Resistance at the 1.414, and came back down and broke the support. So one of the things I've been doing is I've been identifying the opportunities to take these trades based off of the smaller time frames, and then understanding where my chart on the higher time frames are standing, because of the fact that it's allowing me the opportunity to trail my stop loss along with the fibs. So let's say we were looking at entries here, right? So we have July 21st. So I'm gonna go down to the 2-minute chart. I'm gonna go to July 21st. If it lets me. So we're not gonna get price feed for July 21st. Okay.
Let's put a vertical line next time.
It's all good. It's too far out for the smaller time frames. I'm gonna identify a better move. So let's use this move right here, right? When the market rejected off that 200 there, right? So as we all know, anytime market breaks out, it has to confirm it, right? It doesn't only have to be a zone, but let's say it's a price, like an important moving average here, the 200. So I'm gonna measure my last move down before the market started forming what we call as the lower highs or the higher lows, right? So we have a rejection off the 200. If we are correct, we're gonna measure the last move down before the market actually hit and created these higher lows here, right? And if I'm correct, the market will make a move to the upside here, right? So if we take this fib here and we can see, look, over time, after she rejected this 0.618, she actually went up to shoot up even higher. You guys see that? But overall, if that was my trade target, had I taken my trade, what I mentioned to you guys, that's 159 pips in 4 days. You guys understanding that? So let's look at Euro GBP where she stands now. And I was looking at her on the 4-hour. Now, I know this is not going to be a trade that's going to happen overnight. This is going to be a trade that I'm going to have to be patient with, right? Because it is where I'm looking to take my trade to is to the last high that the market formed here. So if I actually drag my zone that we measured up here, that would be the retest of that breakout. You know, using my indicators, we are already getting a cross of the MACD. So I will expect a slow decline of price. It will be nice if this shit just drops, obviously, you know, but the important thing is that we're looking for confirmations, right? Not just price action, but anything that can tie into it. So I'm gonna look for what? Rejection off the 200, right? So we can see here the market rejected off the 200, shot down, and then broke above it. And you can see before she made her move to the upside, she actually came back and retested this price right here. So if I take my fib from this high to this low right here, we can already see that she has been rejecting, right? Where we call our 2.272 price, right? And if this is a perfect example of if I use my 50, the 61.8 or the 4.14 as target areas to take the trade to the upside, you know, we would be able to identify the opportunity to ride these trades, you know, to the upside and trail our stop losses. Like I legit mean it. If I took my trade, let's say at the gray area, I won't be entering a stop loss in front of entry until the price breaks above the 100% fib level. Once she does that, I'm gonna place my stop loss right here. When she continues on to break, my next level that I will adjust my stop loss, right? Slightly lower to the previous highs where the market formed over here. Not right at the 100%, but at slightly below it so I can secure more profits. And this is my plan on how I am gonna turn a trade that I took that was potentially a 40 pip trade. And if it just keeps going up, right? I'm gonna make the decision and say, yo, am I gonna swing this shit? Yo, the charts look good, everything looks good. All right, perfect. Let me now use my stop loss to allow me to be like, yo, this could be something big, you know? And it happens to me all the time. I enter a trade at prices, man, that you're like, yo, how the fuck do you close that? And it's just like, at the moment, I'm happy with the profits. I mean, who's not going to be happy with $1,200 in 12 minutes, you know? And sometimes I face that adversity. So I've been doing so well with my analysis, showing you guys, like just doing what I've been showing you guys, that now I want to challenge myself. I'm not going to allow a trade to go against me negatively, right? Because I am identifying perfect trades. Now I'm going to challenge myself on taking those trades when I enter them perfectly and now swinging them, right? Swinging them a bit more. I'm not going to aim for the 400 or 500 pip levels. I'm going to go for the 100 pip levels, right? So before I was taking a trade at a $5 lot at 20 pips, you know, now I want to try to stretch that $5 lot with protected, right, to 100 pips. In a few weeks, I'll stretch it out to 200. You know, slowly. Slow growth is still growth, I understand. So I want to be able to do that because the way my eyes see the market, the way I predict moves, I'm going to show you guys an example. NZD USD. I knew that NZD USD was going to drop. This is a similar situation that we're watching with Euro GBP right here. And I had entries at this purple line. If I can pull up my trading account, I'll show you guys. Hold on. All right. So NZD USD. Let's see. So I had NZD USD on September 1st and 2nd. Look at all the lot sizes I had. Now I closed them with good profits. I had a $5 lot at 67,668. I had another entry at 6780, right? And I settled for a total of what? I even had an $11 lot all the way up there. And I closed it. It was like, you know, I just kept making, I think I made a total of, was that 3, 4, 11, 720, 870, 970, 1,033, 1,261, 2,000. So about $2,100, right? All at that price level. But now let's look at the chart. I had it all up here. Now, I obviously, as you can, I told you guys, I'm not allowing my trade to close me out negative. So if I'm up 400 or 500 and I start seeing that it's coming up and it's getting close to the $100, $200, I'm gonna close it and then I'm gonna re-enter it. I don't care if it goes in my direction or whatnot. I'm gonna take it and do that. So if I were to hold just alone all the positions that I had from the purple line, right? Anywhere in that vicinity to where it hit here. In 6 days, I would have been able to collect 161 pips. So let's go ahead and pull up our profit calculator. And I want to show you guys why I am, and someone, Evelia, I do appreciate you for opening my eyes with this because, you know, you are right. You did tell me something that kind of hit me like a ton of bricks when I finally processed it, which is I'm settling for pennies when we can be chasing the real money. And it's true.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what have I been telling you all this time?
No, Pedro, you always.
The same thing. If you hold a trade a little longer, you could be, you know, the amount of money that you can make is ridiculous compared to what you take.
Everybody tells him.
Everybody tells me that.
Keep talking. You got it.
No, but Pedro's been telling me this since we started trading. But look, I'm gonna show you guys. Let's say that $11 lot that I had, $11.11. Had I held that trade in 6 days, I would have made 6,300. I had a 5.55, right? Sorry. I had a $5.55. So that's 6,000. 55. That's another 3,100. I had a 3.33. That's another 2,000. What's that already? 11,000. I had a 2.22. That's 13,000 right there. I had a 4.44. Another $16,000 in 6 days I could have held. And yo, I had no reason to get out of the trade. I was just like, man, I made $2,000 in a few minutes, like I'm gonna go to sleep at peace. Now, yes, personally, I do tell you, I do go to sleep at peace because I don't wake up in the morning. I just wake up and I look for what the next setup is. But it is true. And I will be going against what I teach you guys if I don't apply the same principles. So that's why me personally, I have been more of a scalping trader. Me and Pedro, I was showing him a screenshot from 2018 where I turned, it was like $10,000. I turned $10,000 in 6 weeks to 100 grand. And I winded up only taking like 40 of that. And then I took a big hit or whatnot. But I was looking at the trades and I was taking a lot less trades and letting them play out. The highest lot size I used in that stretch or that run that I went through was a $3 lot. I never used anything higher than that. You understand? And what that gave me was confidence to understand that the trade that I'm taking, how I'm taking, and how we're moving forward, right? I'm using much more higher lot size. I am way more conditioned than I was in 2018. Now, yes, the markets are, we are facing a whole different condition in the markets, you know, but I do tell you that it is impressive how I was able to achieve those results, right, with a lot less stress than I am right now. You know, I started the FTMO account, and I'll show you guys. This is my FTMO account. I did take on Friday by mistake at night $2,300 trade, a $2,300 loss because I was trading off my iPad using the quick trade button, and it wasn't processing. So I tapped it 3 times at 4.44 lot size on GU, and she winded up spiking down before she shot up. And because we have a max loss that we can assume using this account, you know, I had to make the decision because I was already down $2,200. So I winded up taking the loss, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go into the weekend, you know, confidently. But in 16 trading days, I have taken 145 trades. I have taken 676 lots. And I've only made $7,200 off this account, you know? So while I was reviewing my performance, I have been doing great. You know, based off my trades or whatever, you know, the plan that I took going into this account, I have been doing amazing, you know? But, man, I'm cutting myself short. And I was looking at, like, this weekend, I took some time. I was looking at some of my trades. I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm making 2,500, but that should be 25,000. So I did the math on all the trades that I cut short and what I should be up and what I'm actually up. I'm actually like the number should be ×5 of what I should be up right now. So I should be up $35,000 on this account, but instead I'm only up 7,200. But the trades that I have running right now, if you guys can see, I'm up on GU. I'm up on GU 14 pips, so I'm up $626 on that. And on Euro GBP, I'm up 355, so a total of 920. So I'm slowly getting back the money that I lost on Friday. But again, I'm gonna push myself to challenge myself. I mean, these entries look great. Once we have some good room here, hopefully we can swing this shit. But if not, you know, I'll be taking my profit and going to bed at peace. But you know, does anybody have any questions? I know I threw a lot there, but I am recording this in case you guys want to rewatch it. But yeah, Pedro, I know you have been telling me for the last 6 years.
Cabeza dura. No, and it's not. It hasn't happened for the past 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. It's been for the past 4 years, 5 years. I've been telling you. Hold them a little longer. Yo, he held GBP NZD. How many days?
Yeah, I made on GN. So I sent you guys a while back on the chart GBP NZD. I actually
600 pip trade.
I took this trade on August 26th, and I closed it on Thursday. So
2 weeks. 2 weeks. 600 pips.
Yeah, it was 15 days. I actually held it. So I am practicing, like I said, I'm practicing on getting that emotional barrier out the way of being attached to the trade. A lot of that has to be because, and I'm gonna be straight honest with you guys, a lot of that is because the reason why I was strict with myself like that was because I got into a habit of trying to swing every trade I took that wasn't a swing trade, you know? And that's something you guys have to understand and identify early. Like, yo, if this ain't a swing trade, like, you know, make sure you understand you got to get out the trade if it goes against you, you know? And I was trying to swing everything, like just because it was at a daily support, like, you know, oh shit, I'm gonna hold this for 400 pips, and then next thing you know, I don't even, I'm ignoring the fact that it broke structure or something, and that it's just not ready, you know. So I'll take a loss, and then I'll be so frustrated by the loss, I no longer look at the currency, and you know, I did go through a really bad losing streak, so that's why I kind of put a cap at myself. But now that I've been, you know, consistent again, I've been, you know, mentally refreshed. I feel mentally recharged, you know, and push myself again a little bit. You know, sometimes there is a quote. There's a quote that I really like. I read a book, and in the book he said that sometimes, you guys ever heard the saying, like, you know, if you want to be successful, you have to be able to isolate yourself in the island and actually burn the boat, you know? But sometimes you have to be understanding that in order for you to attain certain things you want, you have to be comfortable going to uncharted territories, like, you know, like not need to see the shoreline, not need to see where you have to go back to. You understand? And for me, that resonated a lot because of the fact that, yo, it's true. Like, I really don't need to, for the amount of experience, understanding the hours that we as a group, myself, you know, have put in, just because of a few laws shouldn't deteriorate or take you off track of the progress. You know, sometimes that loss is part of the progress. You understand? You consistently breaking your rules is part of the progress, because that hard moment, that moment where you fucking like, you're either on the fence if you're gonna quit or not, you're gonna say to yourself, yo, is it time to quit? Should I quit? You know, that's when you gotta reassess, yo, what am I doing wrong? You know, why do I keep building an account from $100 to 700, and I don't take that money out because I want to make 20,000, right? And now I burn it all. So now I got to start over. Well, I actually know a lot of people who have made like fucking lives out of themselves because of the fact that they're good at flipping $100 to 700. And they understand that they do that every week. That's $700 out of $100. That's a $600 extra income. Then what they do, they challenge themselves. Well, I'm making $100. Let me try to turn 1,000 to 7,000, right? And there's no difference. If you can't manage yourself with $100 account, you're not gonna do any difference with 100,000. I promise you. If anything, 100%. Your nerves are gonna be like, yeah. My wife laughed at me because when I was doing the PAM account, I remember there was a trade, the GJ. I've never experienced this level of anxiety, but the trade went completely wrong on me, and I was down like $15,000 on a trade that I should have never been that much down, but I was down that much, right? And I literally pulled my hair. Like, I was fucking yanking my hair, like, oh my God. And she still to this day says, yo, I will never forget how you got that day, you know? And it's like, this shit should be fun. Trading should be fun, man. I promise you. It should be fun, but because of our greed within us, we make it hard. You know, I'm the first one to admit it, you know? But the truth is, man, yo, if you've never made $10,000 in a month, right? First, try to make what you make at your job. Make half of it first. Get good at that.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
What did I tell you before you quit your job?
Oh,
Give him the rundown. Give him the rundown of what I told you before you quit your job, what did I say? You need to have at least how many months?
No, of course, at least a year's worth of savings of your salary. But
At least, I told him, I said, at least 6 months of money that you have to pay your bills just in case trading does not pay you
correct.
for the next 6 months.
And I'll give you guys some. I was well prepared financially to take the risk of leaving my job, right? Like I worked my ass off. You know, I still remember this day with Pedro. I called him. I was working at my job. Levi was born on Wednesday. I went back to work on Thursday, and I called Pedro. I'm like, yo, these guys are fucking with me. They're fucking with me. And I literally emailed them my resignation letter, and I called my manager, and I was like, yo, suck my fucking, you know? And I literally was handing him the laptop, and I dropped it, and I said, now you pick that shit up. And I bounced, and I clocked out. And that was the last time I ever clocked out of a job. And, you know, it was the best decision I've ever made. But I will promise you this. If you are not mentally prepared, right, to make that transition of a consistent paycheck, you better get good at least generating that paycheck trading. It's not that hard. It's not. Half of us don't even see more than $1,000 a week. You get what I'm saying? It's not that hard to make $1,000 in the market a week. It's $200 a day. If you can't make 20 pips off a standard lot, then we have problems. You understand? But we complicate the process. You have to be disciplined. There's a lot of us in this group here that, for instance, and I don't mean to throw some of the guys under the bus, but some of the guys that introduced me to FTMO, you know, I still don't understand it. I still don't understand how I'm funded. I passed the challenge. I passed the verification. I went through all this, and I was disciplined. I literally said, yo, this is my plan, 500 a day for 10 days straight. I actually did it. The last day I got greedy trying to pass it earlier. I took a hit. I had to trade for 9 extra days on that account. Came back, verification came through. In 3 days, I made the 2,500. For the rest of the 7 days, I'm placing 0.01s just to register my day. You know, what happens? I get funded. Most of you guys think that just because you guys got funded, like, yo, I'm rich. Nah, man, you crazy. That's when it really starts. You know, it's just like when most of us try to look for capital, ways to make money. You know, you're practicing with demo and you think you got it. Yo, it's a whole different ballgame when your money's up. You know, I promise you, I've traded my own funds. I've traded with other people. I've done all of that. And yo, until you block that emotional attachment to every trade, you guys are going to struggle with that imbalance, right? Imbalance of the market fucking with you, or you start taking it personal, thinking like the market is after you. Yo, the market is going to do what it's going to do. You have to get good at identifying. That was the biggest, rudest awakening I've ever gotten trading. You understand? We have to walk away from saying, yo, I'm not good. No, you're not good. Yeah, well, yeah, you're not good at what you need to do. And you keep doing everything but what you have to do. You understand? Everyone here should understand what market structure is, right? Well, okay, market structure, when the trend changes from a downtrend to an uptrend. Okay, how do I identify that? Well, it should be the third touch, right? The retest of the third touch. Boom. Okay, well, what's an uptrend? Higher lows, right? When the price is creating low points, but the price is higher each and every time. You know, everyone should be good at that. Everyone should identify a zone. Everyone knows that when a price breaks out of a zone, before you determine it continue going up, it needs to retest it again before it comes up. How do we know that? Bullish engulfing candles, right? Bearish engulfing candles. Price action. The bigger the candle is prior to the previous candle is telling us where that pressure is going. But just because that candle is bigger than that candle don't mean we assume right away that the market is going down. Wait for the confirmation. You know what I mean? And I say this because I have a lot of conversations with my very close friends, you know, Evelio, Jose, Luis, Pedro, Dean, all you guys. I treat each and every one of you guys like my brothers, you know? But if You guys don't break the habit, right? Start small and build up, right? Once we have the foundation in place, we don't start worrying about the 6th floor of a building until we complete the 5th floor. You understand? And that's something that took me a lot of time to accept. And that's why I'm here where I'm at 6 years later, right? And not where I should be, right? But we're working towards there, you know? A lot of people tell me, yo, JL, why the fuck you not driving a Lambo or something, bro? Like, damn. Well, I'm not there yet. You understand? I'm not there yet. I could be, but I'm not there yet. So I can't go crazy about the fact that I'm not there yet when I'm here, and I need to be good at where I'm at so I can level up to my next level, right? And that's why I want you guys, and each and every one of you guys, I want to challenge you guys. I want each and every one of you guys this week, yo, challenge yourself. But don't, listen, challenge yourself smartly. What does that mean? Well, I've been doing good catching 40 pips. Yo, I challenge you for 10 days, catch 40 pips, right? If you're good at making $50, like, yo, that's my number, $50. Do that for 10 days, right? And then try to make it a little more, $60 for 10 days, right? You do that. In 20 days, you have made an additional $500 plus $600. That's $1,100 extra that you're putting in your pocket, right? You guys do that consistently. Those 1,100 turns eventually to 11,000. They don't happen overnight. Sometimes we get lucky. Sometimes we make more than that. But guess what? That's a bonus. You understand? And I want to challenge you guys to that. Pedro, you got anything to add to that?
No, that was you've covered mostly everything. I don't remember thinking of anything else, but this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to start the 100 to 100K was because of patience and the goal of getting 30. And once you got 30, you don't trade on that account anymore. Why? Because we were building it. We're building it to 100K. It's not like it's my personal account. No, you can trade your personal account as much as you want, but I guarantee you it's not going to be the same discipline as you treat the $100 to 100K. Why? Because all we are reaching is for 30 pips. You can catch 30 pips on any given trade anytime that there's movement.
Correct.
You're not going to trade it at 12 midnight when there's nothing going on.
Correct.
You're going to trade when there's movement. And any given direction, if you follow market structure, if you follow, just like JL said, the 2.27 or the 1.27 or the 1.14 or the 61 fib or the 50 to return, and then
whatever it is.
Jose explained. You're looking for your 30. And if you catch 30 every day for 5 days, guess how many pips you caught in a week? 150. You caught 150 this week. You catch 150 next week. But guess what? The lot sizes change. So if you catch 150 on a $5 lot, it's money. And that's your week. And you haven't changed the amount of pips you get, the structure, the way you get your 30. You haven't changed that. All you change is the lot size. And you don't catch your emotions because it's 30 pips and you're thinking it's 30 pips and that's it. Nothing else. It's 30 pips. And once you gradually and you think and you master 30, the world is different, 100% different. You have no emotions. Because you think, yo, 30 pips, I got this, yo. I got this, right? 930 volume, boom. 100 pips, I'm taking my 30, put a stop loss. You want to let it run, you can let it run. But guess what? Your 30 is secured.
And let's show the power of 30 pips a day, right? So let's say NZD USD, right? And you caught 30 pips on a 10-cent lot, right? That's $30. You did that, right? 5 days in 1 week, you made $150, right? So that's just like equivalent to 50 cents, right? So, all right. So now next week, you increase your lot size to 20 cents, right? You do that for 5 days. That's equivalent to trading $1 lot, right? You made 150 plus 300 in 2 weeks. That's 450. Now let's say you do 30 cents the week after, right? That's $90 every day. You multiply that by 5, that's $450, right? The same thing as trading was
Now you got 450 and 450. That's $900 in 3 weeks.
$900 in 3 weeks, right? Now we're trading at 40 cents, right? We're making 120. That's $600, right? You made $1,500 in your first month practicing this, right?
But that's just,
and you actually withdraw. That is the biggest thing. Some of you guys get so, oh my God, it's disgusting sometimes. Some of you guys get so caught up on building the account size. Yo, put that money in your pocket. Feel good about the work you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Feel good, man. It feels good. Even if it's $50, y'all drink the shit out of a tequila bottle with those $50.
Yep.
You know? I promise you guys, if you guys put money in your pocket, the losses become numb. Don't become numb to the fact that your bank account's going lower because you keep putting money in and you're not putting money out. You know, Dean, I'm gonna call you out, but when you made $800 off of oil, you got caught up with the fact that you could have made $20,000 of that. You could have closed that trade, put $800 in your pocket, and felt like the man, right? But you didn't. And now he's continuously traded, but he never felt that $800 withdrawal. What difference could that have made for you? Right? That's something that I said, yo, Pedro be like, I turned $40 to $500. What we say, Pedro? The big word, withdraw. You get what I'm saying?
Yep. And you don't have to withdraw everything.
Withdraw half.
You can take half of it and leave half. You know what I do? I pay myself 20% of what I made. That's my paycheck.
Every day.
Withdraw
every day. That shit.
Every day, I withdraw 20% of what I made. I made 200. I withdraw $60.
Yep. This weekend I turned $40 off a Bitcoin buy to $320. And what did I do? I withdrew that shit, and I paid my car insurance. You know.
But listen, you know what I used to do when I was starting trading, and I was doing it. You know, I was labeling my trades. I'd be like, oh, I need $400. I would need $400 for my insurance. I need a trade that's gonna pay me $400.
Yep.
Oh, I got this trade. Oh, I got this trade. Boom. I would take JL. Yo, JL, I got a trade, bro. I got a trade. It's gonna make me $400.
I remember like, one time. I'm never gonna forget. I was telling Pedro like, yo, bro, I gotta come up with like $3,000 or $5,000, and he's like, I don't got the money, but I could give you a trade. And I'm like, I'm not asking for the money.
Yo, we said we were gonna do a shirt on it.
Yeah, and
I don't got it right now, but I can give you a trade.
Yo, but just think about that.
Euro NZD. I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, it did hit in 8 hours.
In 8 hours, it hit the amount of. I said $1 lot.
316 pips.
360 pips, and I said, yo, you need how much? I said $5 lot, bro. 100 pips. That's all you need. $5 lot, 100 pips. You're gonna get your $5,000. I tell him. I call him later, like 3-4 hours later, or something like that. Yeah, the next day, I said, yo, JL, you took the trade? He was like, nah, I didn't take it. I was like, yo, that shit hit 300 pips. You shitting me right now, right? You bullshitting. I was like, no, I gave you the trade, bro. You said you needed $5,000. I gave you the trade. Yeah, he didn't take it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I didn't take it either.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing. I didn't take it.
I
gave it to him.
Talk to me.
Talking about giving trade, now you guys talking about, did you ever get in and you didn't get in and gold? You told me about it and you never got in.
I didn't get in on it, no. But she's going
wow.
Yo,
1950.
I told you guys to buy it when it broke above the 200 right here. And it was retesting it. Look at that. At 1942.
What is it up now?
It's at 1950. She's going up, bro. Look at the 4 hour. Actually, let me show you the 2 hour. So the 2 hour candle, the previous 2 hour candle, actually just in gold. So it's a good entry to buy. This is gonna go up to. So I measured the last move down. We just broke above the 50%. I gave the sell signal somewhere down here, and I said that we were gonna hit 2050 or 2035, right? But before she hits that, we have 2 levels that we have to look at and be cautious of. You know, the first one's going to be the trend line here, which is also going to be a retest of an important trend that we have here. And the second one will be the zone that we have marked here, because this is the previous price that the market rejected, and also formed that lower high before she made this previous downward move. So I think she's going to go up. I have been reading a lot of reports and a lot of indications that we can expect the indices and stocks to continue going down, which is always positive news for gold. If you do adjust your trend line slightly on the higher time frames, the market has faked out of this trend quite some times, and this is the first actual retest. So with a bullish engulfing candle here, price respecting the MACD, how I explained to you guys on that video, like Evelio pointed out to me, if you mark a horizontal line at the 0% line, that's the important swing. This helps you understand.
That's just starting. That move is just starting in the 4 hour. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was looking for the pullback at 1943, but I missed it. But yeah, It's gonna go up. We'll definitely have another opportunity to enter this. Definitely gonna capitalize.
I sent you, what was it? It was earlier today, like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or something like that. I said about the fires, and I said, yo, gold is going to go up. And look, as soon as it opened, it tricked everybody, went down, wicked, and boom.
Yeah, and let's look at that on the 2-minute chart, right? So
that's why I tell you, I always like to trade my trades on the 2-minute, because all the big moves, they start from slow. So you know, you assess the situation, like you said, from the 4 hour, from the daily, whatever. But when you get the good entry in the 2-minute, just, you know, protect yourself.
Yeah, and Evelio, I actually, I wanna allow you some time to talk, because over the last few weeks, you know, I have appreciated your growth, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to kind of share what you've been doing and how's that been the difference maker for you. So
I'm not good at talking, bro.
Just let them know. Let them know, like, for instance.
No sea pendejo.
I want you to share what has allowed you to not perfect, but improve the shit out of your entries in these trades that you're taking.
Yeah.
Mr. No Jordan.
Go ahead. At least 2 minutes. You could say, you know, that is, oh my God, you know.
There's two key factors that I always tell you that I like to look at. I like to look at the higher time frames. For the best part, the 4 hour for the entries. Entries on the 4 hour, meaning, you know, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock, especially 5 and 9 o'clock in the morning. Those are the best 2 entries that you could think of if you're trading, if you want to make money. 5 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the morning. Because all the volatility in the market. So the other times, look, this move in gold started at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock in the morning, look what she did.
You mean
in the 2 minutes, she gave you the signals, all the signals in the world, she gave it to you. You enter that trade, and you're gonna be in profit right away, and you protect your entry. Boom, money.
One of the things to add to what Evelio taught me using the MACD and the moving averages, I've never really knew how to use the MACD other than when they cross above or below. But he's actually giving me perspective, and this is where let's actually pull up gold on a blank chart. So if you guys look, right, let's say we were to draw a box here, right? And we draw a horizontal line at the 0%. If you see these moving averages, right? This box, or this purple line that we have representing the just overall support or resistance, right, for the market. When the moving averages of the MACD break through, right? We can see, look at how the price was actually going down. So look here, the market broke the purple line here. I try to make it, let me make this like a really,
when she's
right.
consolidating, Jose, also look at the time too, the time that it's consolidating, then it's not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So check this out. We can see here that the moving averages broke below the 0% line of the MACD, right? So what does it do? It retests, right? And then it went down. So look at price here. It retested and then it went down. Let me remove all this and just leave the 200. So again, breakout. What did it do? Retest. If we look very closely, right? There was multiple crosses that occurred. But look at how price started to create what? Lower highs, right? And what happens? The market started to go down. Here's the engulfing candle that broke the 200. If I measure my last move up before the market made its move, right? Let's just go off of this right here. This is my 50%, right? And here's the market going down. Let's adjust our fib from here to this last move to the upside, right? So this is the last move that the market made to the upside. Look at where it was giving us to enter. Now, I've taught you guys in the past to use the 0.618 as your entry, right? If you took the masterclass or whatnot. But this would be the projection, right? To ride the trade from this entry to the 2.272. So pay attention to what happens here. As the market was creating lower highs, the MACD also was failing to break above the 0%, the red line. So then she crossed one more time and momentum started taking over for the bears. So here's price action, right? Let's look at that. So here's how many engulfing candles. Let's identify them, right? There's an engulfing candle right here. There's an engulfing candle right here, right? There's an engulfing candle right here. There's an engulfing candle right here. So we had over, what is this here? An hour of the bears like letting us know. What is it you call it, Emilio? Like they're calling us. they're calling us to get on board. They're calling us to get on board. And they're letting us know, yo, I'm just telling you right now, we about to go down. Understand? So what happens? The market starts to slowly sink, right? And this is where they catch people like, yo, this shit looks like it was gonna go up. Oh, this is a retest of the price here, right? This is an important support area here. The market broke out. She's gonna shoot up. She's gonna shoot up. And then what does it do? It broke the 200 moving average with a sharp move down, gave us a doji. This is when we start adding more positions, right? Oh, no, she's going to flip up. Boom. Look at the MACD. She's still going down. And look for how long price kept dropping, right? She just kept dropping. Never came back up. For an hour, you could have caught 123 pips from 1950 to 1938, right? But let's keep looking, right? It wasn't until the price broke back above the 0% line and it started dancing here, right? And now, look what the market does. It breaks out to the downside and it's creating what? Can someone answer?
Higher high.
A higher low.
No, higher low.
Yeah, higher low. So now I know, yo, I still got time to understand where this trade's going. Let me measure the last move down before the price created a higher low price, right? So is it this move we're gonna measure? Well, let's see. This is the last move the market made its move to. Boom. Look at where I would have taken my entry at, the 50% or the 0.618. Boom, that's where I gave the entry at. If I would have taken that trade on gold, on a dollar lot, had I entered it right here and closed it right here, let's see what that would be. XAU USD, buy. If I would have entered at 1942 and gotten out at 1951 on a dollar lot, that's $900, guys, in one trade right there. Boom. How would I have known that the trade was going up? Well, look, I got a bullish engulfing candle. It retested the 50%, and there she goes, breaking above my 0% MACD. And look, she came back, retested the 200. I could have smacked it again with another entry. Oh, shit, this is another entry. Let me take it again. Not only did I get an entry at 1940, right? I was up $1,100 off that trade, but the 1942.80. So in total, I would have made $2,000 off that trade with $2 lots with absolutely no drawdown. You understand?
The only drawdown you had was what you entered, which is the 5 pips, and that's it.
Yep, correct.
Ridiculous. I hope you guys are taking notes.
Does anybody have any questions on that? I want everyone to be on the same page. I'm gonna regret closing GU.
Check out the 4-hour candle again, Jose. Let me see the 4-hour candle again.
On gold.
It's
Guys,
still
I
in,
want everybody to be on the same page. Randy, you have any questions?
I'm gonna rewatch all of this shit.
No. We need you on board now. I need you on board now. We're not gonna be playing that game no more. What are you not understanding?
No. I gotta rewatch it again. I'm gonna talk to you. You know, my business is booming, so now it's finally settling down since kids are going back to school. So
nice.
Yo,
All right.
Jose, this might retest the highest before if it's gonna come back down.
This is definitely the first price we're gonna see hit. I feel like even tonight. Nah, maybe by the morning, but
Nah, tonight, no. I don't think tonight. We might get
You'd be
141.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
Jose, the best thing to do is analyze it from the higher time frames, from the weekly, monthly, daily.
Yeah, bro. Everything is pointing to Aurelio. Look at the daily time frame.
I know she just broke it.
The price is still above the 200. Look at the 4-hour. Price it literally just retested and broke above it. Look at the 1-hour. Price just broke above it. Look at the 30-minute. Price just broke above it. Like everything is indicating there's nothing here showing any type of move to the downside.
Yeah, you just gotta buy the pullback. That's it. If anything happens, buy it, because this is gonna continue going up until FMOC.
Bro,
and we're gonna see. And if we have
real quick, check this out. Look at the MACD. Look what the MACD is indicating at the 0% line on the daily.
I know.
Buy.
And the 4-hour also.
I have somebody who's been calling buys on gold since the 1500s. He said he went in with 20 lots this evening on gold. Today. And I said, why you say that? He says, you know better than to ask me that. He's like, measure the last move down. What do you see? And I was like, okay. So I looked. And then if you really look at it, right? This is the actual flag right here. How long has she been consolidating here?
Way too long.
You understand? So she breaks that 50, bro. Look where the 2.272 is at.
Yeah, but that's where we enter on the 50. If you miss that trade,
it's going to. So let's look at the 10 and the 20. Right? And look at how the market's engulfing. Not only are we about to get a cross on the 10 and 20 on the daily, but we're literally engulfing 2 pin bars, inverse hammers.
Oh my goodness.
This is going up. Even look at the 2 daily.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You don't understand why he says, oh my God. Do you understand why he says it?
Because his palms itch.
There's money. And gold is the fastest paying. It's money.
Evelio,
Oh,
how long you been
my
working
God.
for? All jokes aside. Even though you run
Working,
your own business, like working.
I don't know, 30 years ago.
30 years. And when you look at how you can make money trading, how does
Would you
how
go
does that
back to
make you
work?
feel?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this bull flag. Everything is pointing up. Even if we just measure this last move, right? This last move down before these higher lows kicked in, right? You see this here? Even if we measure this last push down, look where she's telling us to buy.
Right there at the 200.
At the 50, bro. Look, it just broke above the 61.8. This thing, we could be seeing this hitting 2052 maybe by the end of the week.
Yep.
Wow.
And you know what the ultimate is gonna be? It's gonna go over 3,000.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you guys
There's gonna
notice,
be a whole
like you
bunch
can't,
of job losses.
unless you go to a jeweler, right? You're not gonna be able to buy gold at the current price anymore. Like they're not even making coins anymore.
Nope.
You know, there's a lot of news this week too that's gonna affect.
It's gonna wick down. It's gonna wick down. It's gonna catch everybody, and it's gonna. Oh, are we selling? We selling? We selling? It's gonna take everybody's money.
Yes, FOMC. You know, Powell's definitely gonna say something to make Trump look like an idiot.
And that it's only, but the numbers don't prove that they have no numbers.
Another trick I've been noticing. So this is something I want you guys to be careful with the news events. The U.S. government has been downplaying their expected result of a news report to create positive momentum for the dollar, right? So pay attention. So we have since March has started, right? Or the coronavirus, let's say. Look at the core retail sales, right? Since like December, holidays, right? January. They were expecting like 0.5 when the economy was at its best, right? And I was watching this video of this guy. He talks about like fundamentals, right? And he talks about how fucked up we are. Like we're so fucked up that we're lying so bad and no one's questioning it. And like we could get away with it, like our government, right? So I didn't believe it. So I went into Forex Factory and I started looking into this. Look at the percentages that we were expecting our core retail sales to be when apparently everybody was making money, everything was good, right? Holiday reports, 0.5, it came out to 0.7, right? All of a sudden, here comes the coronavirus. March is when everything died, right? So they had a 0.1 expectation, and here comes what? Negative 0.4. That's when the market just shitted. Everything shitted, right? So here comes April. They start increasing it. So they're like, all right, let's say that, you know, people are not gonna spend because everybody's getting fired or whatever, furloughed, right? So here it is. So they went 2 months expecting negative numbers, downplaying it. The only month that we seen a real bad, fucked up month was May, right? But then here comes June, the summertime, supposedly. No one's traveling. All countries are shut down. You get what I'm saying? What do we get? An expectation of 5.5%. What do we report? 12.4%. What does the dollar do? Let's look at that. And I want you guys to pay attention to this shit because, you know, don't get caught up in that mess, man. But here it is. May 15th, right? May 15th. This was the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. Here. That was the last push up before we got a true push down, right? So here it is. If I measure my fib on the last actual push up, right? Here's the 50%. And here's how the dollar has been rejecting off the 1.272, right? So again, if we go off the structure all the time, right? This is how we have to be careful. And I'm gonna do it off the first bullish candle just to make things even more understanding. But we're having a rejection off the 1.414, right? We have lower lows, and this is the first time the market's gonna create a potential higher low, right? And what I've noticed is, where's Forex Factory? They're pumping up these numbers. How the fuck, when our economy was at its best, we were expecting core retail sales, like the actual true total value of what retail level sales are selling, not including cars. I'm talking about stores. But mind you, our numbers are going up, but how many fucking stores in the mall are closed? You understand? So I started looking into this and I said to myself, yo, this is crazy. So, yo, pay attention. As the numbers are getting worse, so is the forecast. Look how much the forecast has dropped in June, July, and August. And now this month, they went even lower, 1%. But look at the numbers. We went from 12.4 apparently to 7.3% to 1.9%. What is this month's going to come out to? 1.3? It's still going to have a bullish effect.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because the numbers are low.
Yo, and you guys gotta be careful, because this is something that I've been paying attention to. This is why I avoid taking trades when any of these news events come out. I'll wait till after all that dust settles, because then the real move's gonna happen. Some of you guys like gambling. Do your thing, you know? But I'm a very conscious person. I like to pay attention. I like to ask myself, as a Forex trader, as an investor, as anybody, a normal person, I like to ask myself, what am I not understanding? What am I not seeing? What else is happening? You understand? And that perspective, you guys can ask anyone who trades with me, has traded with me, no matter the outcome, I'm usually right in regards towards the fundamental and the overall target of the market. I'll get one or two wrong. You understand? But I'm usually always right, and not to say that egotistically, but because I factor in the what if and the what not. You understand? But yo, that just blows my mind.
Yep, it's rigged. Everything is rigged. Yo, I have to head out. See you guys. Continue to do your thing. I'll see you mañana.
Yeah,
mañana we're doing 9:30. We doing 9:30.
Nah, 7 a.m. we said, right? That we're gonna start this.
7 a.m. Okay.
Oh, word? 7? Word?
7 a.m.
I want to test Evelio's theory. I'm gonna be on a bit. I'm gonna be up a little earlier. But go ahead, do your thing, man. I'm gonna make sure everybody's on the same page with me.
All right,
Me too, Jose. I'm gonna be on my earlier too.
All right, perfect.
Good night. Good night.
Yo, Steven, you good? You on the same page with us?
Hell yeah, bro. I'm ready for the week.
Yo, it's gonna be a big week, bro. Anything you look at in the chart is leveled up for a nice move, bro. Like,
I want to take a swing, Jose, a swing trade.
Yeah, I'm looking.
And there's a lot of them.
There is a lot. I was actually looking.
You know what? You know who's gonna be a star this week? JBP CAD.
CAD JPY?
No, JBP CAD.
Oh, GBP CAD?
Yeah.
Let's look at it.
She's
I definitely think all GBP pairs will retrace at least to the 200% of the daily. They are all at important support levels. And that pin bar, the way the market closed last week, if you look at the weekly chart, the weekly closed bearish, and this week is opening up bullish. So I am liking how that looks. The only thing I don't like long term, if we think of long term, now this candle could, for the first half of the week, go up and then finish down.
Oh no, this thing looks scary because she already broke a very good support.
Yeah, look at this here. But this is why I say for the first half of the week, I definitely see it. I definitely see a like a small retracement to the upside.
That's daily?
Yeah, it is the weekly chart. But she did break the 50%, and that's a big engulfing candle. The only thing it was not able to do, Evelio, was take out these lows. You see, it's actually a higher low still. You see here?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting. But my personal perspective, I do see GBP
No, but
going
I
up.
think it's going to continue to go down, Jose. Look at
Long term, yeah.
yeah.
If you look at this day, look at how the Friday closed as a doji. So that gives the bulls the opportunity to bring price back up. So let's say, por ejemplo, if we measure the last move up, right? She bounced off the 2.272. So this gives me full confidence that we can expect at least an attempt to retrace back up to the 100%. You see that? Now, it's going to take time. The only way this is going to definitely be a valid trade, let's go to the 4-hour chart, is if the market is able to take out this high up here. You see the zone?
Mm-hmm.
If it takes that out and retest, then
in the meantime, tomorrow, if we get a chance, we could take one of those entries, one of those 2-minute entries.
now look at the 2-minute trade. Look, it's giving it
protect.
right now. It's giving
No,
it right now.
this is not time for it. Believe me, it's not time.
No, oh yeah. But I'm saying it's giving it's setting itself up. I think tomorrow morning we're gonna be surprised of at least the move that it can make. Because even if you look at it, value from here to the zone, that's 50 pips. Let's say we go from here to the top of the zone, that's 75 pips.
That's the 38%? On the daily. Look at the daily.
Nah, man. That's the 1.6. That's not even. We're just now bouncing off the 2.272 and the trend line that I identified for you. So it's looking good so far. I'm definitely gonna keep my eye on it. I think I'm gonna be regretting. I closed Euro GBP and fuck, I'm gonna regret it.
I'm still holding it.
Yeah, I closed it.
Okay.
I got psyched out while we were talking, and I didn't want to. But either way,
it's a scary, Jose, because she broke that she's on top of that trend line from the monthly trend line.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it, what's that one? Oh, the 2 minutes.
This is Euro GBP. No, I got faked out right here. You see this right here, Steven? I saw it like creeping up. I should have not made my decision so rationally because she still hasn't been able to break above the 0.
Yeah, my entry, you know, when it spiked up earlier, I got in at that 200 EMA, so my entry is pretty solid.
Oh yeah.
What was your entry, Jose?
My entry was 92.45 right here.
Nice.
Nope, lower.
92.
My entry was right here.
92.40.
And that engulfing candle. I actually had way better entries earlier in the day, but I closed them.
Okay.
But yeah, that was on one account. The other one.
The timing, I don't like it, Jose. I don't like the timing of trading. I mean, you could get your, like you say, your small, a few pips and get out, a few pips and get out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to wait until 2 a.m. 2 a.m. is gonna be the real move, if it's gonna make the move. I think so.
I'm still holding this position, a 22-cent lot size that my practice swing account that I have like $2,000 in, and I'm like trying to grow it slowly by swinging trades. I took that trade at 92.536 on a 22-cent lot size, and I'm in profit on it. But let's see. I'm gonna hold it on that one. But I'm liking the way the market is set for the week. That's what I really like. I really want to see the dollar fail to break the 0% line here. And even if we look at the 2-minute chart on the dollar, she's giving us sell vibes all day. So it's going to be very interesting to see what she does here. You know, we'll probably definitely see the correction of the market for London setting itself up for the potential drops during the week. Again, tomorrow's Monday. they could be setting themselves up for the week. We all know that Thursdays is the money day where usually the market makes its best moves. But
especially with the news events this week on Wednesday, it's gonna be a big
yeah, bro. You know, if we go off a market structure, right?
You know that Euro JBP still has space to the upside.
Oh, 100%. Look at her die now. She's gonna die, bro. I'm gonna be tight. Fuck. I'm gonna be sick.
If you look at the weekly,
I'm gonna be sick if I wake up in the morning and she's at my take profit.
if you look at the weekly, Jose, she hit a resistance, and now she's retracing. Like you said, she might retrace 50%.
Yeah. On my indicator on my app here, it's showing me upward arrow, saying that this could be a slight retracement. But remember, my take profit was literally right here. It wasn't that much.
Okay.
Literally right here.
Nice.
If I would have held that $5 lot from here to here, that's $11,000.
Oof. You could still have it.
I'm gonna wait for the pullback.
She's not gone yet. I don't think she's gone yet. Believe me. Wait till 1 o'clock. She might pull back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna wait for. I'm looking for that pullback.
And fake out, and then make a real move.
This would be an important support here. This is actually where the market formed resistance with these two pin bars, and then it broke out. And you can see how she's kind of been dancing above and below this. So let's see. Let's pay attention to that. It's only 6 pips, but we know Euro GBP pays good, man. But I am looking for a swing trade for us, multiple swing trades. I do like GU. GU's a great trade. I'm gonna regret
before
that
you get
one.
out of there. I was gonna tell you to look at the monthly trend line, the channel that she's in.
Yeah, no, I had all that in mind. I don't know why my charts keep deleting. For some reason, my charts keep deleting, but we also are in a rising wedge. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if it breaks above, she's going to make another move up. So if it's going to move up, this is the last move down before she created those higher lows. This shit could fly up even higher, which means further decline for the GBP pairs. But everything's this is a perfect trade to be looking at. GU, look at GJ. GJ, the same thing. She bounced off. The only thing I don't like about GJ is that the 200 moving average is above price on the daily. Look at UCAD. USD CAD looking good for buys potentially, right? But overall, also potential sales, right? We had that strong bearish rejection here. If she breaks back into this trend, this shit could keep going down. One thing I was looking at here is that USD CAD is actually on her last wave. So this could just be a correctional move. If we count this move as the first wave,
she's not done yet.
She's far from it. All right, let's say this is the zone here. We measure.
And CAD was strong last week, right?
Yeah.
So she might be strong this week too, or stronger.
Another thing you can gauge CAD with is she is at the 50% here. So she could be setting up for a nice move right here. To the downside. Like I said, man, I love where the market is right now. It is looking good. Promise you guys. By understanding the structure of the market, overall, even if we adjusted our trend line here, like this, we could see why there's rejection here. You see this?
Yeah, look at that.
And she's still below the 0% line.
Yeah, she could still turn around and go back down.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that everybody has to always think about that in the 15 minute and the 5 minute, every minute that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
If the EMA is under or on top, if it's under, still she could come back down and make a U-turn and go back down.
Yeah.
And if it's going up, and until she doesn't cross that 200, you can't count that it's just going to be going up or down.
Correct. I agree. I agree 100% there. I do feel regretful on GU though. GU to me, she's gonna give us another better entry though, God willing. If he loves us, he will.
Yeah, if she pulls back, I'm smacking.
It's the timing, Jose. Jose, remember, she give you a few pips. They will give you a few pips from 9 to 10:30. 8 o'clock to 10:30. Then after that, she's just going to consolidate. Wait to the next move. Wait to 2 o'clock.
Oh hell yeah!
In the morning.
I'm happy. I made $3,000 off of those little moves today. So I am liking. Listen, look. Euro JPY sells. I'm on board with Pedro on that. I just don't think it's ready now. Euro AUD. I had it going up. Look at the 1 hour. Look how the 1 hour is setting up. This is a good trade for us to take. Euro AUD and Euro NZD tend to move, right?
It's the same.
The same, but look at Euro NZD on the 1 hour. She's giving sells all day. So let's say we measure this last move up, right? She gave us sells at the 50%. She could be making it back down to the zone here.
Was that at the open of the market?
No, the opening of the market was. The opening of the market actually went up and now it's coming down. But the move started setting up last week.
Okay.
But the higher time frames, we still got some way to go, but this is going down. But look at Euro AUD. Euro AUD on the 2 minute is giving us buys, but I like the long-term sells on this. Let me explain why. I think this is a good trade to catch a short ride up, but get ready for the big move to the downside, right? So if she can come back up, our sell should be anywhere near the 200 moving average. Our first entry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say this is the move right here. If we could get a fake out around here, let's look at the zone.
Yeah, UJ is looking better than this one. If I was you, I don't like this trade too much because Euro and AUD has been too strong for the past few weeks. They're right next to each other all the time. That's why you see all those small candles there.
Mm-hmm. But this is a good swing trade. You get what I'm saying?
When she start going, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, bro. Because let's look at the daily chart. Look at Euro AUD on the day. Right.
I think AUD should get weak already. She's just been too strong.
It's because the dollar has been strong, man. I mean, the dollar's been facing weakness, better said. Check this out. Look at the uptrend that Euro AUD has been in, right? Bounce, right? If we get momentum to the upside for Euro AUD, we have a potential move in play to here, which is 236 pips. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally just going off of the fact that this is the last move to the upside, right? This is the last move to the upside before she shot down. And look at our fib level that she rejected, the 2.272. You see this?
Cool.
So even if we were to ride it to the 50% or the 0.618 or the 100%, this is looking like a good trade. For me, I like to sell better. The reason I like to sell better is if we forget about the fact that that was the last move up, right? And we follow our rule of measuring the last move up before lower highs started coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look where we're at. Look at the 50%. Let me delete these two lines. Look at the 50% right here. You see? And here is, let's look at the 2-hour chart. Here is the move the market is setting itself up for.
Breaking. Mm-hmm.
Which if you look left on the daily time frame, look at the trend she has broken. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
We can even go further.
And I remember I was trying to sell that from the top.
Yo, I would never forget that spike up, Aurelio. Oh my fucking God.
That was sickening. That was sickening.
I lost so much money on that move up. It's not even funny. And then I caught the move down. I literally had a sell up here. And I closed it.
I think GA was the one that gave the most pip for that day. It was like 600 pips in one day.
Yo, look at these wicks, man. That was March too. Wow.
That was very dangerous, yeah.
But look at GBP.
Measure that week. Measure that week, please.
Let's look at it. In 1 week, 1,200 pips.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yo, but look at GBP AUD, Aurelio, right? This is Euro AUD, and look at GBP AUD. What's the difference?
Wow.
There's no difference.
Nope.
Look,
They move the same.
it's the same shit. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm even tempted to sometime this week start scaling in for those entries to the downside. If Euro NZDs,
I personally think that she broke. She broke, and then she's gonna come back, retest, and then come back down.
I'm gonna regret closing GBP NZD as well, because she's already breaking support. Look.
Wow. Yeah, but you got a lot already of that trade.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'm slowly but surely. When I'm driving my Aston Martin, you know.
Wait, does Jose know that? Jose knows that?
Yeah, but I'm getting the Jeep because, you know, I'm a family guy, so.
Right.
Nah, I'm definitely gonna buy a Lamborghini soon. I don't know if I'm gonna want a Lamborghini, but I do want to buy a supercar, but it may be the Tesla Roadster just because I want to stay green.
You want to stay green?
Mm-hmm. Green energy, bro.
Or blue.
So
blue.
You know who I think is going down right now? Tomorrow. So AG. I know you don't like it a lot, but AG.
Which is that one?
GA.
No, AG. Australian versus Japanese.
Oh, AJ. Got you.
AJ. I think NJ is gonna go down.
I do think so.
Too.
I think all those JPY pairs, because all of them but GJ have shot down. It's a good entry right now for sales. Look,
And
AJ, yeah.
I know. I'm telling you, it's either today or tomorrow. That's going to be a long trade.
There's a look at the swing right here. That's your swing right there, Elio. Measure the last move up. Look at the 1.618 and the 2.618. It's at the 50%, the 4.14 too. It broke below the MACDs. We'll probably get some fake outs. It's gonna make a move up. You see the flag it's forming here?
Mm-hmm.
That's always a buy for me on the 2-minute chart. You always want to take the buy when she breaks out and retests, not right here.
Yeah, of course.
That happened to me on GU. Let me show you guys. On GU last week, before she made the move, this right here. You see this push down? That's where I made that mistake of entering the $12 in positions. And if you look at it from here to here, that's 15 pips. And I got caught in that.
What time was it, Jose?
It was like around 2 in the morning, 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh yeah, bro. I told you
I told Hemi, I was like, yo, Hemi, let's trade the London session. So let me see if I still have the screenshots.
Yo, hold on. How we all talking over here? And my man Javo hasn't said a word.
No, entonces lo rápido que suben, Jose.
Wait, I want to show you.
Man, but give you that pin bar over there on top.
Man, but listen, Evelio, I should have held because it didn't go any lower. I literally closed it at the bottom right here. Look, you see my screen? I literally closed it right there. I closed it and I was down 2,200. I should have held because look, she hit my target. I measured the last move down, right? And that was my trade for the night right there. You see?
Oh, you were buying.
I was buying. That was my trade right there. If I would have taken the trade, I entered the trade right here. If I would have held from here to here, that was 50 pips. 45 pips on where is it? GU.
Oh, today?
No, on Friday night, bro. Thursday night going into Friday, bro. Like a dickhead.
Bro, 2 o'clock in the morning, never entered the first move. You heard?
Yo, hold on. What's 4.44 times 4? Someone do that math.
Damn.
That's how many lot sizes I entered by mistake. Because if you $17.76. That's how many lots I had.
That's wild.
So I want to show you guys real quick. So I had my buy. Literally, it was after this pin bar. You see this pin bar? I was trying to enter a position, but because if you guys look at my camera, you know, on MetaTrader, when you tilt your, if it works, you know, when you tilt your screen to the side here and you have like the quick trade, the buy or sell right here. I tapped that shit 4 times, bro. And it wasn't processing. And then my MetaTrader 4 uploaded, updated. And if you look at the candle, look, it was this candle right here. I entered the buy. I was like, oh, nah, yeah, this shit's going up. Bro, this candle went, I was like, when my MT4 uploaded, it was already down 2,200. I was like, oh, shit. I closed it literally right here, bro. If I would have held, bro.
Bro, and what made you buy there when you see that it's under the 200 and it's
because
I don't know.
If you look,
I don't get it. What?
I was just trying to scale in. I knew it was gonna go up. I knew it was gonna go up because I was looking at the fact that it rejected and she's just still making higher lows. You see?
You see why I tell you, Jose, that I'd rather wait until she crosses the 200 and
no,
then
I
give
know,
you a
but
signal.
look, I'm gonna give you my
especially
explanation.
Especially if you're gonna put a highlight, you know, because you know what I mean.
100%.
Always go small Always go small, and when you know it's going your way, then hit it hard.
Exactly. But look, if I would have held one $4 lot, look at my risk to reward. We're talking about like 10 pips in return for 45. It's a good trade.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So because I didn't do it on purpose where I put that
Let me
much.
ask you something. The FTMO would if you go on the 2,500, it automatically shut off.
It won't shut off, but when you go onto your account, it's gonna show that you have reached your daily loss limit. So what they'll do is, when you close the trade, if you're in profit on your account, you get to get your part of the profit, and then they take theirs, right? And then that's it. You have to start all over.
Okay.
So they take your account and then you have to start over again.
Yeah, but Evelio, look, this was a trade that I was just looking to take real quick. That was literally my trade setup. You know, it was at the 50%. You know, I was feeling. I liked the fact that it was at the 0.414. I was like, I'm gonna take this. With I just wanted to take it with one $4.40 lot. So let's look at it real quick.
Okay.
So what's that? 126, 150, right? 126, 150. And my target was the 2.272. So 128, 546. 126, 546. If I would have held that trade, that's how much money I would have made. $7,000 off that trade. But my intentions was only to make $1,800 off that trade with one $4.44 lot. You get what I mean? And bro, if I would have held it, that's how much I would have walked away with the trade instead of taking a $2,200 loss.
Whoa.
Yeah, it is, but I walked away learning not to be trading on my tablet when I wanna trade like that.
You know what I don't like about AUD JPY? It's forming like a head and shoulders in the 4 hour. And she already broke the highest for a long time. Right?
Hold on 1 second.
She broke the high.
AJ, mami, a mí me mandaron una vaina and it caught me off guard. Yo solo cambio. Let me end this recording so we could send that out. Should be mad long.